it's gonna be something spectacular. It's gonna be something really big, you know.
Yeah.
And honestly, it might be one of the biggest. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be real big. It's gonna be very interesting.
His ass.
He just got knocked out, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have a chin, and he has no skill, and he's.
Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions has officially confirmed that Rolly Romero has been chosen as Jake Paul's new opponent next month. This comes after Jake's scheduled fight with Gervonta Davis was canceled.
Yesterday night here on the East Coast, around, 9:30, 10 or so, Most Valuable Promotions, the promotion co-founded by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian, posted this on social media.
Music. The announcement was made by Most Valuable Promotions, MVP, on their social media platforms a few days after Rolly Romero publicly offered himself as an opponent. The statement read, Most Valuable Promotions confirms that Rolly Romero has been finalized as Jake Paul's new opponent for the December fight. Further details will be shared soon. We will coordinate with the sanctioning bodies and announce the official rules shortly. Stay tuned for an upcoming press conference. Reports suggest that Jake Paul didn't reach out to Romero directly. Instead, Romero created videos online expressing his readiness for the fight. But honestly, who cares?
But who cares? I don't care. Rolly vs. Jake Paul 2025, bro. I knocked out another YouTuber. I knocked out.
Interestingly, Jake Paul and his team consider Romero an ideal replacement for Gervonta Davis. Not only because he's a world champion, but also because his popularity can attract fans. Romero is coming off a unanimous decision victory over Ryan Garcia at Times Square, New York, where he claimed the WBA regular title. After Jiren left the division, Romero was elevated to full champion. Now reigning as the division's champion, Romero has been linked to several big names for his next fight. Recently, he shifted his focus to Jake Paul, calling him out on social media. Speaking on his Instagram story, Romero said, Rolly's coming for Jake Paul. Give me 1 week of training. I'll stop him and end all this YouTuber hype.
Knocked out cold by me, bruh. Yeah. Jake Paul gets knocked out cold.
The reigning WBA 147 pounds champion has no problem moving up in weight to face Jake Paul on short notice. Romero even offered to save the canceled November 14th Netflix event, which was originally scheduled for Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis. According to Boxing Scene and other outlets, MVP pulled the plug on the event due to Davis's growing legal troubles. A civil lawsuit filed in Miami-Dade County accuses Davis of battery, kidnapping, and 3 other counts of domestic violence. Although a police report was filed, no criminal charges have been made as of this publication. Music. Following the cancellation, Romero, 17-2, volunteered to move up more than 40 pounds to step in and save the day. The GOAT at welterweight? I'm about to be the GOAT at cruiserweight, Romero said during an Instagram live session. Me and Jake Paul are fighting in 2 weeks. I think Jake Paul's scared of me. I'm moving up to cruiserweight. Rolly's big now anyway. Jake Paul's getting knocked out cold by me. Despite Romero's enthusiasm, the fight now appears to be heading for December.
Important announcement. I want to let everybody know I'm going to slap Jake Paul across his face because, first and foremost, man, I'm tired of this YouTube boxing stuff, man. I really am. I am more tired of this YouTube boxing stuff than everyone else, man.
That said, MVP has not yet confirmed an exact date or finalized an opponent for Jake Paul, 12-1. Romero's name is among several options, including pound-for-pound King Terrence Crawford, Ryan Garcia, Francis Ngannou, and even Jake's older brother, Logan Paul. However, journalist Chris Mannix reported that Crawford is focused on a March return. Garcia has been ruled out by Golden Boy Promotions due to their exclusive contract with DAZN. Ngannou, the former UFC heavyweight champion, reportedly felt insulted by the short-notice offer.as for a Paul vs. Paul exhibition. While it might sell well, it's very unlikely. That leaves Romero in a strong position if he's serious about taking the fight. Still, he he must first address a WBA ruling requiring him to negotiate a mandatory title defense against Uzbekistan's Shakram Jayasov by November 13th to avoid a purse bid. Romero inherited the mandatory defense after defeating Ryan Garcia on May 2nd to win a secondary version of the WBA 147 pounds title. Despite that, Romero was hoping for a rematch with Garcia, citing a clause in their contract. "Ryan Garcia wasted 6 months of my life," Romero said angrily. "I'm furious about that, more than anything else. We had a rematch clause, but he got scared and didn't want to fight me again."
No, and then they want to go waste their time with Ryan, right, bro? Ryan Garcia done wasted 6 months of my life, bro, because we're over here trying to figure out the a rematch because me and him obviously had a rematch clause, and then he don't want to fight me, and he wants to go run off and go fight Barrios and waste my.
Between potential fights with Garcia, Pacquiao, and now Jake Paul, it seems Romero has explored every possible option, except his unresolved mandatory defense. Still, he's fully focused on ending the trend of social media influencers entering boxing. "I want everyone to know I'm going to slap Jake Paul across the face," Romero promised. "I'm sick and tired of this YouTube boxing stuff. More than anyone else, I'm done with it. I'll slap Jake Paul right across his face."
The GOAT at welterweight, bro. I'm about to be the GOAT at cruiserweight. Me and Jake fight in 2 weeks. No, and then they want to go waste their time with Ryan, right, bro? Ryan Garcia done wasted 6 months of my life, bro, because we're over here trying to figure out the a rematch because me and him obviously had a rematch clause, and then he don't want to fight me.
Ironically, Gervonta Davis now finds himself in a position similar to what Romero experienced before. Back in December 2021, Romero was pulled from his scheduled Showtime pay-per-view fight against Davis after being accused of assaulting a woman in Las Vegas in 2019. Authorities investigated, but found the allegations lacked merit. However, the investigation lasted long enough for Romero to lose the fight date. He was replaced by Isaac Pitbull Cruz, whom Davis went on to defeat by 12-round decision.
Everything, bro. He over there acting like he want to fight me and want to go get all scared and stuff and not want to fight me. Ryan ain't gonna win. He don't want to fight me. He don't want anything to do with me.
Romero eventually got a shot at Davis in May 2022, but was knocked out in the 6th round of their WBA 135 pounds title fight in Brooklyn, New York. He bounced back with a controversial stoppage win over Ismael Barroso in May 2023, earning the WBA 140 pounds title. However, he later lost that belt to Cruz in a one-sided TKO loss on March 30th in Las Vegas. Since then, Romero has secured 2 wins, including the mentioned victory over Ryan Garcia, which led to his promotion as full WBA 147 pounds champion. Most Valuable Promotions has now released a statement addressing the latest lawsuit involving Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
See, the way that he wrote this is just so crazy. He said, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give this woman.
In a statement emailed to the press, MVP said they have launched an internal investigation into the matter. Most Valuable Promotions immediately began investigating upon learning about the civil lawsuit filed against Gervonta Davis in Miami-Dade County on October 30th, 2025. We are currently gathering information and reviewing all details to ensure any decisions are made responsibly and thoroughly, that we unequivocally condemn any form of violence and are committed to handling this matter with diligence and respect for everyone involved. We will determine our next steps once our review is complete and we've consulted with all relevant parties. Until then, we will not be commenting further.